Mike Atherton, and joining me for what should be an exciting contest is Mel Jones, Ali Mitchell, Ian Healy and the one and only David Gower.
Hi others, looking forward to this one. Earlier I took a look at the conditions for the day. And you'll be looking at plenty of runs on this pitch, not much fun for the bowlers. Something that shouldn't cause any problems is the weather. Absolutely stunning out there. Perfect for cricket, not a cloud in the sky, and no threat of rain anytime soon.
Nice information there from David Gower. Let's now head down to the middle to join the captains for the toss.
The home side getting first pick. They'll have a bat.
First ball of the match, nothing better than getting a game started and hearing the sound of leather on willow. Solid defence, very compact.
Looking very solid to start the team's innings.
Nice solid defensive shot.
Yep. Yeah.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
The team will be after a positive innings from this batter. A great opportunity to come in and put some runs on the board. Got right in behind it.
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer. There'll be one run here for them.
Did well just to get it down towards third for some runs.
Yep. No.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Well, for a brief moment, you thought there might be a bit of strife there. In the end, a good decision not to take on the field.
We've seen good control and spin from this bowler. Looking forward to seeing what they can do here. Wow, that's missed the lot.
No runs on that occasion. Got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap.
Misses everything.
Beautiful slower delivery, just hitting air on that one. That was just too good.
Yep.
Chance to run two.
Bowlers.
Good return, back from the deep.
Drives and misses everything.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Yep.
They'll get at least one.
Bowler.
beaten on the drive.
Tried to get the drive away, timed it poorly, lucky to survive.
It's a very tidy over, but they're still searching for that first wicket. Maybe it's just around the corner.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap. Perfect timing.
Punched out of the middle of the bat with great timing. It's raced to the boundary.
That last ball isn't something you'd want to see a repeat of. You don't want to be giving easy runs away.
Yep.
Huge edge.
That just drifted a bit and pounced on. Hit high and mighty. They'll be very happy with that.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate? Couldn't get it through the field.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on that shot.
Waiting.
Just threw the shot too early.
Yep.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
Just missed the line. Not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary.
Yep.
That was good, patient batting. Just waited for it and guided it easily down to third.
End of the over, and again it's a good one for the bowling side. Not letting batters build any momentum. Patel from the south end.
Wait.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Short and wide, did well to get some bat on that. Just threw the shot too early.
Yep.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Yeah.
Head over the ball. Great shot. That's racing away.
It was just a little bit too full, and it was beautifully timed.
You can see how good this pitch can be for batting. You want the player coming forward, but it's a tight margin. Only a touch full and put away. Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring. Down the wicket, misses.
Bowling.
Just need to settle down. The timing's off. These deliveries are there to be hit. Time for cool heads.
Right there. Yep.
well placed, should get a single.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Yeah! Flew away with pace. Brilliant timing.
Good balance, really good balance to transfer the weight and stay on top of the ball.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Yep.
Sweetly hit down the ground. They'll be hard-pressed to stop it.
The fielder could only pick that up off the boundary rope. Punched that away through the covers with exquisite timing.
A little short. On that occasion, needs to adjust the length slightly to be just a little fuller. Too short on this pitch, and as we've seen already, it makes it very easy to score.
You don't chase those down. Brilliantly timed off the back foot, and that's raced to the boundary.
Panasar is coming into the attack. We'll see the left armour from the south end.
Waiting.
Does very well to get quickly across to that one.
Timing just a little early on that occasion.
Yep.
Onto the front foot. Super shot. Should be four.
Full and good night. Just leant on that. Didn't have to do much and got four.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball. But you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come.
Yep, Dad.
Hit that hard. Nailed it.
A really good 50 partnership. These two are looking strong, and it's going to take something special to break it up.
Right there. Right.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Yep.
Right out of the middle.
Just a little bit of room given, and the power was immense. It's flown over the boundary.
And with that, 5 fielders can now be put outside the circle. The right armour is coming on to bowl from the north end.
Yeah.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Oh, the batsman couldn't get out of the way.
I don't think there was any bat on that as they come through for the single.
Try bowling.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot. That's a much better directed short ball. Didn't quite manage to get the bat in position. It's through to the keeper. That's the one bouncer for the over. That's gone a long, long way. Well and truly into the 20s now, and surely looking towards a big score.
Finch, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Gone! Excellent catch, close to the bat.
This innings just cut short before it really flourished. It looked like it would be moving to a big, big score, but it's not to be.
It's a long way to walk out here just to walk straight back. They'll just want to get this first one behind them and then push on.
I'd say it was the right shot to choose, but it was just timed badly. Just couldn't get the drive away. Well, they never really got in the right position for the drive for that one. A bit of a loose shot in my reckoning.
Stumping! Oh! Could be close.
Fantastic running. Great communication between the two of them. No bat, though. That'll be leg byes. That was a slower delivery, played too early, and it went straight through to the keeper.
Trouble. Oh, gone.
A trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark their guard. They just need to rotate the strike early on as they get settled.
Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the third dot.
Panasar doing really well to keep the pressure on these two. Another good over of bowling. Nice shot. Runs possible. Loud appeal. Out. Caught.
At long last, they have the wicket. Could so easily have been a game-changing innings, but all the same, it's been fabulous to watch.
A new batter always likes to feel bat on ball early on. They bring a bit of energy to the crease. Straight to the fielder.
Well, that would have been a very risky run. The right call made in the end.
There'll be runs here.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot, good running. That shot sees them get their innings started.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Trouble. Complete mix-up between these two. Just avoided an embarrassing run-out.
Nicely played.
Well, that was timed very, very well. Great shot, driven down the ground and flew over the boundary.
Well, that was another good over. You can see the frustration growing on the batters.
Waiting.
Taken. Yeah! Good catch too, low to the ground.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down. Really didn't get settled. Looked to be in trouble, sadly, for most of the knock.
The field will come up now, you'd think. Pressure should definitely be on the new batter, who strides to the middle. They'll be looking for another quick wicket.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more. That's a tough call for the bowler. I thought that was there to be hit.
Yeah.
Timed it nicely. They'll look for a couple, you'd think.
It looked a pretty good delivery, to be honest. Umpire, though, has given it as a wide.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Well, they were moving quick between the wickets. I thought for a moment they were going to go again. In the end, I reckon that would have been just too risky. Oh, yes, the slow one beats the bat. Didn't pick it out the hand.
Wait there.
Some well-targeted bowling in that over. Certainly something to build on.
Well bowled.
Misses out there on the short and wide one. A little late on that, no run scored.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
Saw it from the moment it left the hand, latched onto it and given the full treatment.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key. Doesn't beat the infield. Good pickup. Big chance.
Yep.
Good batting. Get an opportunity to score and take it. There'll be one run here for them.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keeps the pressure on the bowlers.
Yeah.
Good shot. A beauty.
Well, a lovely shot. Really good timing. Out of the middle, and it raced to the boundary.
Gee, they're bowling well at the moment. They complete another very good over.
Yep.
Caught. Gone.
Yeah.
They have the wicket they wanted. A huge blow. Sturman gone for not many.
With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up.
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
That shot sees them get their innings started.
Misses everything.
Bowling.
The slower ball just missed the bat and the stumps. That's a tough call for the bowler. I thought that was there to be hit.
Yeah.
They'll get at least one. This should be close.
They make it back, but that was much closer than it needed to be. Umpire signals wide. Such a poor delivery. Really need to work out what actually went wrong.
Yep.
They've picked the gap. Perfect timing.
Showed good composure to wait on that slower ball and then find room to get the 4 runs. Just a fantastic shot.
Solid defence. Very compact.
Excellent exponent of the slower ball. Can't do anything but defend it.
Betts into the attack now from the north end. Wow, that's missed the lot.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Yeah.
Great shot through the gap. Not the ideal way of handling that ball. Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Yep.
Strays onto leg and glanced it sweetly. Might just get to the boundary rope.
You could see by how it whistled away to the boundary just how sweetly this was timed.
Nice solid defensive shot.
Yep.
Perfect technique and placement.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
That's the end of a very good over. Good pressure being put on the batters. Watson, the pace bowler, coming into the attack.
Yep.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Well, the communication's not great between these two. There's a lot of hesitation in their calls. On that occasion, looking for a second. In the end, a good decision not to go through with it.
Yep. Yep.
Couldn't have played that any better.
Good return there, back from the deep. Just a little bit wide, well picked up. And let the ball do all the work, really, just to nudge it down towards third.
Yep.
Saw that early. No one's catching that. Great shot.
It was just a little bit too full, and it was beautifully timed.
Yep.
Power and precision in that shot.
Tried to take the pace off by rolling the fingers across the seam. It's a great shot. Didn't take a lot of effort to get it away.
Questions will begin to be asked. Should the captain make a change? A big over that one. Too many loose deliveries. Brilliant shot that.
Doesn't even wait to see if the ball's going to do anything. Onto the front foot, punches it away to the boundary.
They shouldn't get too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler is to get the batter playing, which they've managed. If they can find the right spot, the reward will eventually come.
A little bit of wobble on that ball, as it's safely taken by the keeper. Not enough on it to entice a shot, though. No interest on that occasion to play at the ball.
Got right in behind it.
A well-executed slower ball. They had to check the shot and could only push it away defensively.
Drives and misses everything.
Through the shot early, ball past his bat. A brilliant slower ball.
Yep.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Well, not a great delivery. Got it full. Lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Watson from the south end.
Yep.
Well placed. Should get a single.
Overstepping, just a little too eager on that delivery.
Watson will be disappointed with that previous delivery. Not up to their normal standards. Really aggressive, but a complete miss.
It's a bit different against a bowler of this pace than, say, a spinner. To come down the wicket like that's just asking for trouble. Obviously didn't like the look of that one and just ignored it. No interest in that one from the batter. Watson will be wanting to hone in on a better line and length to make them play next time.
Yeah.
A brilliant throw-in from the deep caps off what was a fabulous piece of fielding. You can understand why on that line they thought it was safe to let it straight through to the keeper.
Yep.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs.
End of the 16th over. The batting side are now on 134 for 5.
Hit that hard, nailed it.
This batter really is the key now, picking up the boundaries when they need them. Just the sort of thing the team needs. Short and wide, did well to get some bat on that.
Beaten on the drive.
Betts with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up.
Does very well to get quickly across to that one.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Yeah, yeah.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Betts has had a pretty good over. Just needed a bit more luck to find a wicket.
Wait on. Yeah.
Not a great delivery. Got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Well bowled. Yeah, yeah. No.
There's a run here, surely.
They decided against the run. Not sure why, if I'm being honest. They would have made it comfortably.
Yep.
Great shot.
A really good 50 partnership. These two are looking strong, and it's going to take something special to break it up.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying.
Catch. Yeah.
Massive chance.
Top class innings, been playing very nicely out there and brings up the half century.
The right arm fast bowler is coming into the attack from the north end.
Yep. Well bowled. Yeah. No.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Yeah, yeah.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
That was timed very, very well. Great shot. Driven down the ground and flew over the boundary.
Yep. Nice bowling.
This could be out.
Yeah.
Could that be out? Looks so.
Really getting towards the tail enders now. 6th wicket gone. There's not a lot left in this lineup.
With the fall of that wicket, we have a new batter at the crease. Mohammed will be looking to make a strong start to their innings.
Yep.
Good bit of timing there.
Managed to get onto the front foot early and just incredible power to loft that one over the boundary.
What a delivery, beaten by sheer pace, rips it through right onto the stumps.
It's the sort of dismissal that sees the momentum swing back to the bowler. Gone, but not for many.
Difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to set themselves up before facing their first ball. Yep, madness! Complete air shot. There's a chance if this hits.
I'd say it was the right shot to choose, but it was just timed badly. Just couldn't get the drive away.
The end of a tidy over. Batting doesn't seem to be easy out there at the moment. Good pressure building. That's right off the meat of the bat.
Well, that was just textbook. Finds the space and power to lift that ball over the top, and it just keeps going.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Nice shot.
That was a massive shot, middled, and it flew over the boundary. Brilliant stuff.
Yep.
super piece of timing.
Just missed the line, not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
Flew away with pace. Brilliant timing.
A good way to push up the run rate. They'll be 50 in no time with shots like that.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary.
Yeah.
Goes up and over for 6. That's the positive option.
And that brings up the half century for this.
That is an amazing half century. Just mammoth stroke making. Such an impressive stint at the crease so far.
We thought it might be a good pitch to bat on at the start of the day, and we were right. It was a long, hard slog from the bowlers, and now it's a big total to chase down. A couple of big partnerships will be required to get these runs. Edge. Amazing delivery. Big appeal. Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Nice shot. Runs possible. A beauty. Brilliant catch.
Just managed to clasp their hands around that one. Disappointment for the batter, joy for the bowler. Another wicket down, this one without scoring.
Yep.
Gale gets off the mark.
Watson ready to face their first ball. Really needs to settle quickly and see if they can get the ball into the gaps.
Yeah.
What a shot. First ball, smashed it.
Perhaps that slipped out of the hand a little during the release. Watson didn't mind and sent it high and handsome over the boundary rope for 6. Watson shakes their head. He was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
Waiting.
Easy catch. Didn't have to move, really.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come in after the fall of a wicket. The right-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the south end.
Yep.
Keeper.
There'll be 1 run here for them. Taylor takes guard. Been in pretty good touch lately. You wouldn't want to let them get away early with some easy boundaries.
Right there.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Didn't hit that well. Very late playing that shot.
Yep.
Thick edge.
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
Right there.
Misses out there on the short and wide one. The captain going with an aggressive field.
Waiting.
Big shout.
A bit of a change up in the field now.
Yep.
That was a beautiful bit of fielding in the deep, straight over the stumps.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on that shot.
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer. Loud shout.
Yep.
Effortless. A gift, really. Floated it up there and dealt with.
Threw the hands at it, got it early, but enough to get on it for 4.
Lovely timing. Will this one go to the fence? Gee, they're bowling well at the moment. They complete another very good over.
For 2.
Yep.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Hit that well off the back foot, but couldn't beat the field.
Yep.
They'll get at least one.
Yep.
Great shot. Great timing.
Well, that was a really solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
Yep.
Yep.
There'll be runs here.
End of the 4th over. The batting team are now on 30 for 2.
Singh coming into the attack from the north end.
Waiting.
Straight to the fielder.
A little late on that, no run scored.
Big edge.
Just threw the shot too early.
Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting. Strokes it languidly away to the fence. A lovely shot.
Just perfection, a majestic shot. You just cannot hit it any better than that. Raced away to the boundary.
Wait there.
Misses everything.
Deceived by the drift, beaten by the spin. It's as simple as that, really.
Yep.
They've picked the gap. Perfect timing.
This is where they can be so good because they were so quick to get back and onto this.
Tambe, the right armour, is coming into the attack from the south end.
Yep.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Sent back in the end. The run was on, but apparently they're content to keep the strike.
Yep.
Comfortable single if they take it.
They decided against the run. Not sure why, if I'm honest. They would have made it comfortably.
Wide.
A little late on that. No runs scored.
Yep.
Right off the middle of the bat.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
Yep.
Great shot. Placement exquisite.
Well, that was a very solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
Edge. What a ball.
Maybe they didn't pick that up. Very late on the shot.
With the completion of that over, we see the fielding restrictions finish. The captain now has 3 more fielders to work with outside the circle.
The captain's going to change things around in the field.
Thought it got past them, but a fantastic dive to cut it off.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Got all of it, and for 6.
That's a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets onto the front foot, and it's flown over the boundary.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Going with a more aggressive field choice. The captain making some adjustments to the field here.
Right there. Right there.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Yep.
Good batting. Get an opportunity to score and take it.
Exquisitely down the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Tambe from the south end.
Some adjustments to the field.
Yep.
No runs on that occasion. Got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap.
Yep.
Middle that one. Great timing.
Solid partnership, 50 so far. Now it's time to really build a big score.
Waiting.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Right there.
Down the wicket. Misses.
You can't skip down the pitch and then do a complete air shot. How that isn't a stumping, I'll never know.
Right there.
Ended the 8th over. The batting side are now 60 for 2.
Oh, that is a great catch.
That was a very good knock in the end. I'm sure they would have liked a few more, but they'll leave the ground to the applause from the crowd.
Yep.
Oh my, that's just flown off the middle.
That just drifted a bit and pounced on. Hit high and mighty. They'll be very happy with that.
Yep.
Nicely played.
That was just a fantastic shot. Lets the ball come onto the bat and cuts it away for 4 runs.
Yep.
Well placed. Should get a single.
Nicely ran, working the ball away into the gaps to find the easy single.
Wait.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
No runs on that occasion, got into position nicely. Just too early on the shot and couldn't find the gap.
Yep.
Nice way to get off the mark.
Questions will begin to be asked. Should the captain make a change? A big over that one. Too many loose deliveries.
A few moves made in the field.
Right there.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
Nice bowling.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Yes.
A couple on offer here.
Yes, yes.
It was slightly shorter, but it was seen early. Got onto the back foot quickly. Just pushed it away behind square.
Right there. Yep.
Nice timing, good batting. Won't get to the boundary.
Tucked it nicely into the gap. Pick up a single, rotate the strike.
Sturman, the right-arm medium bowler, is coming into the attack from the north end.
Right.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Yep.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Yes.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs.
Just pivoted onto the back foot, so easily done to knock it behind square.
Yep.
Timed that brilliantly.
That's what you pay the entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
Yep. Yes, yes.
Chance to run 2.
Well, a lovely shot. Really good timing. Out of the middle and it raced to the boundary.
Sturman has had a pretty good over. Just needed a bit more luck to find a wicket. Going with spin now.
Spinner is coming on to bowl.
Yep.
Onto the front foot and punched it nicely. Would have hoped to find the rope.
Ooh.
That's a tough call for the bowler. I thought that was there to be hit.
Yes.
Couldn't have hit that any better.
Avoided the fielders, 1 bounce and 4. Fantastic shot.
Massive edge. A wonderful delivery to get the edge. You've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again.
Ooh.
Beaten on the drive.
Bowling.
That one almost went at right angles. Amazed it didn't catch anything on the way through.
Yep.
Saw that early. No one's catching that. Great shot.
Saw it early and went for it. Muscled it to the boundary rather than timed it.
Right there.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
The right armour is coming into the attack from the north end.
Right there. Yep.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying.
Yes.
Picks the gap perfectly.
You could see by how it whistled away to the boundary just how sweetly this was timed. A well-directed short ball sways out of the way. Umpire signals wide. Such a poor delivery. Really need to work out what actually went wrong there.
Drives and misses everything.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. That's poor play.
Tambe, the spinner, coming into the attack.
Yep.
That's going a long way. What a shot that is.
That's a really good half-century. Started well and has continued to up the scoring rate.
Yep.
Good return there, back from the deep. Really race between the wickets. It was clipped away nicely behind square.
Waiting. Yep.
Right in the slot, right where they like it. The ball races to the boundary.
There was minimal follow-through, just great timing to punch it through the field for 4.
Yep.
Nice shot, runs possible.
Wait there.
Short and wide, did well to get some bat on that.
Playing all their shots in that over. A very expensive over.
Yep.
Nice shot.
Hit that one on the up. A fabulous drive for 6.
You can see how good this pitch can be for batting. You want the player coming forward, but it's a tight margin. Only a touch full and put away.
A well-directed short ball sways out of the way.
Yep.
That's right off the meat of the bat.
Whatever the bowlers are trying out there, it isn't working. Already past 70, and this innings could get out of hand with more deliveries like that.
Yep.
Good work there on the boundary.
Yep.
There'll be 1 run here for them.
Was that just a bit lazy with the running? Usually there'd be 2 there. Need to take a bit more initiative out there.
Yes.
Flew away with pace. Brilliant timing.
Just missed the line. Not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
A brilliant over for the batting side. Not so for the bowlers. The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the south end.
Bit of a change-up in the field now. Taking a bit of a risk here with a more aggressive field.
Yep.
Great shot, but it's not going to beat the fielder.
Good return, back from the deep. A little flick of the wrist to get it round the corner for an easy run.
Yep.
They'll push hard, should get back for 2. Well taken. Had a lot of work to do and held on to a great catch.
They will receive now the warmest of receptions from this crowd for a supreme display of batting.
A lot of pressure coming to the crease. Not had the best of weeks leading up to this game, and will want to show everyone their strength.
Yep.
Great shot, at least one on offer.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keeps the pressure on the bowlers. The captain going on the defensive with this field.
Timed it nicely. They'll look for a couple, you'd think. Big shout. Not the ideal way of handling that ball.
Into the 16th over. The batting side are now 145 for 4.
Singh has the ball in hand. The captain will be hoping they can tie down one end. Runs have been flowing a little too easily.
Yep.
Head over the ball. Great shot. That's racing away.
Quick to get onto that sweep. It was beautifully placed and beautifully struck for 4. Going more defensive with the field choice.
Yep.
Great timing, right off the meat of the bat.
That ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward on the front foot is ridiculous. A change in the field now, more emphasis on defence. Decisive running might have gotten 2. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
Yep.
There'll be runs here.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
A brilliant over that. The pressure put right back on the batters. The sort of over that could win the match. Going with pace now.
Singh is looking to limit the rotation of strike as they manoeuvre their field.
Well timed, but there's a fielder out there. Gone! Not a great shot to start the over.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
Betts won't have the pressure of facing up just yet. The nerves will be rattling a bit while they're at the non-striker's end.
As the captain brings the field in, there should be a few more gaps opening up for the batters. Lovely shot. Gets on the drive and just powers that one over the boundary. Wonderful timing. That single brings them even closer to their 100. Looking a bit nervous. They can't go back into their shell. Need to continue batting like they have been and just play every ball as it comes.
Yep.
They'll get at least one.
That was a solid shot. Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably deserved more from it.
Yep.
Goes up and over for 6. That's the positive option.
Gets onto the front foot and that shot is full of aggression. Sent high and long over the rope.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap.
Now that's a brilliant knock. Fully deserved century. It's not been fun for any of the bowlers out there.
The right-arm medium bowler is coming on to bowl from the north end.
Yep.
Simple as you like. Didn't bother to look at more than one delivery in the over. Lots of pressure coming into bat. We'll have to wait, though, to face their first ball. Straight to the fielder.
Hit that well off the back foot, but couldn't beat the field.
Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Yep.
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better.
Yeah.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Yep. Yes.
End of the 19th over. The batting side are now
7 runs needed in this final over. So tough to defend at this level.
Yes.
Good throw from the deep, on target.
Crying wolf is not the best approach. It'll just annoy the umpire.
These two batters will have a lot of opportunities to score as the field comes in.
Yeah.
Huge shot. That's a massive shot. Just incredible.
This has been a famous victory. For much of the match, we didn't know who was going to win. But in the end, a deserved win, I would say.
This was a lot closer than it looked on paper. What a fantastic game. Hope you enjoyed the coverage. See you very soon.